Hi guys, Ashley here. This is the very first video that I will be filming for YouTube, hopefully, yay. This is one of 3 Halloween looks that I will be filming, and obviously as you can tell this is a cheetah. And so yeah, this is one of 3 makeup looks that I'm trying to get up throughout these next couple weeks, hopefully before Halloween. But yeah, so if you want to see how to get this look, keep on watching. Thanks. So today we are going to be doing a cheetah look, which sounds kind of complicated, but it really isn't. It's actually super fun. But yeah, so if you are watching this video, you might have seen the picture that I posted. So this is going to be a tutorial for that look. So the first thing that I'm going to do is the brows for this. Please excuse them, no, it ain't cute. For this look, I would usually use Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, but instead I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I'm going to be using this for brows as well as eyeshadow. It's going to look a little weird, like everything is going to look weird before everything comes together. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is, actually I want to kind of spoolie through my brows really quick because I want to make them look as nice as they can. Okay. So that's how this video is gonna go. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna start going into my brows. So I'm gonna be taking probably this dark brown shadow right here. I'm gonna be using that for my eyebrows. And also, because I don't want to have to be using my camera for this constantly, I'm gonna be using what's it called? The Coco Collection by Kylie Cosmetics. It's the blush and bronze palette. I'm just going to be using the mirror in this so that way I can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to continue to fill in these brows. My brows are relatively thick, so I usually don't fill them in, but today I think it's necessary for this look. Now the brows might not, like, you wouldn't think that they're really going to be that big of a deal, but since we are doing like a cheetah look, I want to make sure that everything is as like to the look, as close to the look as I possibly can get it. So that's why I'm doing this, even though you would think that the brows really wouldn't be that big of a deal, but let's be real here, brows are always a big deal. Most of the pictures that I take and that I post on my Instagram or my Facebook or whatever it may be, are taken with my camera, because then it's just like so much better quality. You always have one brow that just it's like, why? That one brow is like, oh, super bold, and then this one brow is like, okay, I see you, girl. It's like, why? Why? Oh, also I was using a Sigma E65 brush for my brows. This is actually, I'm pretty sure this is my eyeliner brush, but hey, if it works, it works. So now I'm gonna be going in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in shade 10, which is light. So now I have that on an e.l.f. Professional concealer brush. It's super tiny, but it works for what I want to do with it today. So I'm just gonna go underneath my brows, blend it out a little bit with my finger. And since I have done this before, like I tried to do this the last time, I know like what I want, so hopefully it won't take as long for me to film this versus the last time. And I'm just trying to like really show you guys like how I do this, because I mean that's kind of the whole point of a makeup tutorial. So I'm basically just going underneath the brow bone above my brow and then defining it and making sure that it just looks clean. So then I'm just gonna blend that out with my finger. So then I'm going to just set my brows with the Anastasia brow gel. It's the clear brow gel. It probably is gonna look super funky because again, I'm filming this with an iPhone, but y'all know what it is. So So I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light. So that's what that is. I'm just putting a little bit on each eye. And then I like to blend this out with my finger. So just because, I don't know, that's just how that works for me. You guys can use a brush if you want, it doesn't really matter. You can use any type of concealer. You can use your foundation to prime, it really doesn't matter. You don't have to have like a designated primer for everything. But this is just how I do it. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to take a Morphe E14 brush. I freaking love Morphe so much. They are thebomb.com. They're super affordable. The Jaclyn Hill palette is $38, which is more expensive than their palettes usually are, but I mean, it's Jaclyn Hill and it's so worth it. Like 10 out of 10 would recommend you getting it. So I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm just going to pat this all over the lid and setting the primer that we put down, because this is going to make it a lot easier to blend out our eyeshadow. So I'm going to be taking this shade right here. I use these shades constantly for my transition shades. They are so nice because they're like such a nice like fleshy color. And so I'm just going to take this on, what brush is this? The Morphe E513 brush. I really need new brushes. They're so bad. But working with what I have. So I'm just using this in windshield wiper motions back and forth. Very light hand, you really don't need a lot. So I'm gonna try to make this like really the only shadow that's this high up in the crease. So I think I'm gonna start off with the shade below it, just a little bit darker. So I'm going to go into that. And then I'm gonna put this just slightly lower in my crease. See, now you can really start to see the color. I'm just going to blend this out. Again, windshield wiper motions. It's the best way to blend. We're just going to start going deeper and deeper into the browns because that's like the main thing that we want to do for that cat eye effect. So what I'm going to do is take my other brush. This is the M441 by Morphe. Again, like, y'all see what I'm saying? Like, it's a great tapered brush, but then you get there and you're just like, ah, no. So it's a fluffy brush, it's a blending brush, I love it. Definitely trying to get more of that because your girl needs new brushes. We're gonna go into this brown right here, which, as you might be able to tell, I've used this a lot. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous brown shade. Jaclyn knew what she was doing when she made this palette, y'all. Like, she's so good at this, it's crazy. So I'm going to take this into like this little outer V right here, just so that we can really get the dimension of that cat eye. So I'm just gonna start packing the color into this corner and then blending it out. And because this is a cat eye, we kind of want to blend it up a little bit. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And you'll likely see me going back and forth between brushes and like deepening up the outer V, making sure it says like really has that cat eye effect that I want it to have. You will see some funny faces in this video too, I assure you. I think I'm going to take that same color and I'm just going to go into my outer V a little bit more. Because I really, really wanted to have that cat eye look. So I'm going to do the same thing to my other eye. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with, I love that Jacqueline put in so many of these warm tones and like browns in this palette because I just love it. It's just so nice because having so many different like gradients of brown really allows you to get that like depth that you want, especially for this. So I think I'm going to go in with this, where is it? Yeah, I think this deep brown right here, it gets kind of like a dark reddish brown color. So I'm going to dip into that just a little bit to deepen up that outer V. And we're just going to focus it in this little corner down here. So I'm going to go in and blend out this area just a little bit. So just like very softly blending this out. And I went back in with my Morphe M441 brush for this. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, because this golden sparkle is really gonna be a huge, huge deal for this look. So I'm going to take this shadow right here and I'm going to pack that on my lid. Oh my gosh, it's so pigmented. Gosh, I love Jacqueline's shadows. Ugh, she gives me life. So then I'm just going to blend that out into my little outer corner so that way there's no harsh lines, because if you know Jaclyn Hill, you know, no harsh lines, that is bad. Okay, so I'm done with that eye, and then I'm going to go in and do that on the other eye. So pretty. Gosh, I love this gold color. It's so pretty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with that little dense brush and just make sure that I'm blending those shadows together, because I don't want to lose the depthness of the dark shadow that we put down. I'm going to take the Morphe M431, it's a pencil brush, and I'm going to be taking this shade, let's see, which one do I want to do? I think I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. I am going to be using an eyeliner from a company called Jante Blue. I know not a lot of people have really heard of them. They're actually a really nice company. This is the first product that I've tried for them so far. This was an $8 eyeliner, and look at the tip of that. Like, that's a nice tip for an eyeliner to be $8. So far I actually really like this. The one that I have used before is like the Tarteist Double Take eyeliner, the Rainforest of the Sea eyeliner. Those are all like great too. I love Tarte, but I really like that this company is so affordable and it works so well. So I'm going to use this for eyeliner today. We're gonna see how good this goes, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start from the outer V of my eye going up towards my eyebrow. So this will be interesting. Hey guys, so for editing purposes, we're going to be splitting this video into two parts. This is going to be the ending of part 1, so if you want to go into part 2, go ahead and click on the link below.